Tonight, we're going to imagine something. That almost happened, but didn't. The year is 2008, and the Seattle Supersonics don't leave. They stay right where they are in Seattle. No relocation, no Oklahoma City, just the Sonics continuing on quietly. At first, nothing really feels different. The arena is still there, the same seats, the same lighting. Fans show up, some wearing old jerseys, some just there, out of habit. There's no big moment, no announcement, just another season, starting slowly. A young Kevin Durant walks onto the court, still thin, still figuring things out. He scores a quiet 21 points. Nothing too loud, nothing too dramatic, just a normal night. Next to him, another young guard develops, Russell Westbrook. He plays fast, but in this version, even he feels a little calmer. He drives to the basket, misses one, makes the next, jogging back on defense without much reaction. The Sonics don't become a super team. Not right away. They win some games, they lose some games, they finish somewhere in the middle, maybe the 7th seed, maybe the 9th. Nothing too important. The city doesn't celebrate wildly, but it also doesn't lose anything. There's comfort in things staying the same. Green jerseys, yellow trim, the familiar logo at center court, everything just continues. Over time, Durant improves, not suddenly, but slowly. A few more points per game, a few more shots taken. Some nights he scores 30, other nights just 18. And no one really overreacts. Westbrook still plays hard, but even his intensity feels slightly quieter here. Less spotlight, less pressure, just basketball being played. The Sonics make the playoffs once, then miss it the next year, then make it again. Nothing historic, no dynasty, no headlines that echo forever, just seasons, stacking on top of each other like quiet pages in a long book that not many people rush to finish. Years pass, players come, players go. The jerseys change slightly, the court gets updated, but the idea remains the same. The Seattle Supersonics never left. And because of that, there's no big what if, no alternate timeline to debate, no dramatic moment to look back on, just a team that stayed, played basketball, and slowly became part of the background of everyday life. Long pause energy, and maybe that's what makes this version so easy to fall asleep to. Tonight, we're going to continue with something that never really happened, but feels like it could have very easily. The Seattle Supersonics never leave. There's no dramatic headline, no breaking news alert, no late-night ESPN segment, just silence. The off-season passes like it usually does, quietly. Front office decisions are made, but they don't feel urgent. No one is rushing, no one is panicking. Training camp begins. Players arrive, one by one, some early, some late. Shoes squeak lightly on a court that looks exactly the same as last year. The lights hum softly above, and a young Kevin Durant takes a few jump shots from the same spot over and over again. Swish, miss, swish, nothing special, just repetition. Nearby, Russell Westbrook dribbles a little harder, a little faster, but even that feels contained. The coaches watch quietly, clipboards in hand, no speeches, no big expectations, just another season starting. Opening night arrives. The arena fills, not completely, but enough. There's a light buzz, but nothing overwhelming. The ball is tipped, and the game begins. Durant scores first, a mid-range jumper from the right side. No celebration, just a jog back on defense. Westbrook pushes the pace on the next possession, drives left, kicks it out, missed three, rebound, reset. The game continues, possession by possession. At halftime, the score is something like 52-48. No one remembers exactly. The second half begins the same way the first one ended. Slow, predictable, comfortable. Durant finishes the night with 24 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. Westbrook adds 17 points, 5 assists, 4 turnovers. Nothing extreme, nothing historic, just numbers that blend into the season. The Sonics win by 6. Fans leave the arena calmly. Some check their phones, some talk quietly, some say nothing at all. And the night ends. Without much to remember, weeks pass. Games start to blur together. One night, Durant scores 31. The next, he scores 19. Then 22. Then 27. Always somewhere in that range. Westbrook has a triple-double once, but it doesn't feel loud. It's just mentioned briefly after the game. Russ had a good night, and that's it. The team record slowly builds. 10 wins, 8 losses, 15 wins, 14 losses, 20 wins, 21 losses. Always close to the middle. Never too high, never too low. The NBA season continues like a long, steady line. No sharp spikes, no sudden drops, just movement forward. Some nights, the crowd is louder. A Friday game, maybe. But even then, it settles down quickly. The sound fades into a low hum like distant traffic. You barely notice. Durant improves slightly. His jumper gets smoother, his footwork a little more controlled, but it happens so gradually that no single game stands out. Westbrook still plays hard, but here, in this version, he learns patience. Just a little earlier, he pauses before attacking, looks around, passes more often. The pace slows just enough to match everything else. Mid-season arrives, the All-Star break approaches, Durant is selected, there's a small announcement, fans acknowledge it, but even that feels calm. No dramatic reactions, just quiet recognition. The second half of the season begins, and it feels almost identical to the first. Game 47, Durant scores 26. Game 52, he scores 28. Game 58, he scores 21. The numbers continue, but they don't demand attention. The Sonics hover around the 8th seed, then the 7th, then back to the 9th. They win 2 games in a row, then lose 2, then win 1, then lose 3. Nothing streaky, nothing dramatic. Eventually, the regular season ends. They finish with something like 41 wins and 41 losses, perfectly balanced. Somewhere in the middle, again, they make the playoffs, barely. First round, game 1, they lose by 9. Game 2, they win by 4. Game 3, they lose again. Game 4, another close win. The series stretches to 6 games. In Game 6, Durant scores 29. Westbrook has 18, but it's not enough. They lose quietly. No heartbreak, no collapse, just the end of another season. Players walk off the court, shake hands, head to the locker room. and the arena empties slowly. The lights dim and everything resets. Another off-season begins, and once again, the Seattle Supersonics stay. No headlines, no relocation, just basketball, continuing year after year, game after game, possession after possession. Nothing too loud, nothing too urgent, just enough to keep going. And as the seasons pass, it all becomes familiar, predictable, steady, calm, and eventually easy to fall asleep to. Sometime in January, the season continues. The Seattle Supersonics play on a Monday night against a team most people don't think about. The game starts slowly. Kevin Durant scores 8 points. In the first quarter, nothing flashy, just jump shots. By halftime, he has 14. The score is close but not memorable. In the third quarter, Russell Westbrook gets to the rim twice, misses one, makes the other. He finishes the game with 19 points. Durant ends with 27. The Sonics win by 5. And by the next day, most people have already forgotten it happened. The team goes on the road. 3 games in 5 nights, a hotel room that looks like every other hotel room. Players rest, some watch TV, some scroll, some just lie there doing nothing. The games themselves feel similar. 1 loss, 1 win, 1 close game. Durant averages around 25. Westbrook around 18. Nothing changes. They return home with a record that looks almost exactly the same. Durant, 26 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. Westbrook, 18 points, 5 assists, 4 turnovers. A role player adds 11 points. Another finishes with 6. The numbers appear, then disappear, just like every other game. The off-season arrives again. No major trades, no big signings, just small moves that don't change much. A backup guard is added. A role player leaves. Most people don't notice. Training camp returns, and everything feels the same. Years pass. Slowly, the Seattle Supersonics are still there, still playing, still somewhere in the middle. The jerseys look familiar, the court feels the same. But eventually, new players arrive. One of them is a quiet guard, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He doesn't move fast. At least, it doesn't look fast. Everything he does feels smooth, controlled, almost slow. He brings the ball up the court, not rushing, dribbles once, twice, pauses, then takes a step. That seems simple, but somehow gets him closer to the basket. No explosion, no sudden burst, just movement that keeps going. He scores quietly, a mid-range jumper, a soft layup, a free throw. The points add up without much noise. By halftime, he has 12. By the end of the game, he has 24. No one reacts strongly because it felt expected. Night after night, it continues. 22 points, 27 points, 25 points, sometimes 30. But even that doesn't feel loud. The game slows down around him. Defenders hesitate just for a second, and that's enough. He steps through, glides past, finishes at the rim with almost no force. There are no highlight moments that shake the arena, no dunks that stop everything, just steady scoring. Possession after possession. The NBA season moves forward, and his averages rise quietly, 26 per game, then 28, then just over 30. But the feeling stays the same. Calm, controlled, predictable, in the best way. The team record improves slightly. A few more wins, a few fewer losses. They reach the playoffs again, this time with a little more stability. Game 1, Shai scores 29. Game 2, he scores 31. No celebration, no dramatic reactions, just numbers being recorded. The series goes on. Win, loss, win, loss. Everything remains balanced. Even success feels quiet. After the game, he walks off the court. No yelling, no big gestures, just a nod to a teammate and a slow walk to the locker room. The seasons continue, and eventually he becomes the main player, not suddenly, but gradually, like everything else in this version. And the Seattle Supersonics continue with a new name, leading the same steady rhythm. Nothing rushed, nothing forced, just basketball moving forward, one quiet possession at a time. And somehow that makes it even easier to fall asleep.